Hey mathematicians, this is Mrs. Shopper coming to you with some more review about writing equations in slope-intercept form. We're going to continue to build on that idea of finding your slope and your y-intercept. So I would really strongly suggest for each problem you write m equals and b equals. So you can make sure that you're understanding what those two are. So write the equation of a line with a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of -13. It's telling me both of those pieces. Sweet. So all I have to do is write out y equals 2x minus 13. I need to know the slope and I know the y-intercept, so I can write it in y equals mx plus b. Okay. Number 8, there are 8 inches of snow on the ground. It begins snowing at a rate of 1/2 inch per hour. Write an equation to represent the number of inches on the ground after x hours. So rate of change, beginning. Looks like my beginning is 8 because I'm starting with 8 inches on the ground. And then my rate of change is 1/2 inch per hour. So determine the number of inches of snow for x hours. So the snow is equal to 1/2 inch per hour plus the 8 that we already have. Looking for my rate of change, looking for my beginning amount. Okay. Next, when Olivia was 5 years old, she had $1,025 in her savings account. When she was 8 years old, she had $1,250 in her account. So we have to write a linear equation to model this. So what's my M and what's my B? Gosh, this one doesn't tell me either. So now what I have to do is use what I know about rate of change to figure it out. So at 5 years old, there was 1,025. And at 8 years old, there was 1,250. So now I need to figure out how much money per year. So I'm going to take 1,250 minus 1,025 divided by 8 minus 5. So 1,250 minus 1,025 is 225 divided by 3. So that would be $75. So that's my rate of change. Okay. Now I have to figure out my B. Okay. So this is going to be a little different. So I know my X, I know a Y, and I know my M. So I need to solve for B, okay? And I'm not sure how many of these we've done. So here we go. So we've got Y equals MX plus B. I know my Y is 1,025. I know my M is 75. And I know my X is 5. And I want to solve for B. So 1,025 is equal to 75 times 5, which is 375 plus B. I'm going to subtract 375. So I'm trying to solve for B. I'm using my equation solving skills right now. And I'm going to get that B is equal to 650. Okay. So I have my slope intercept form. I fill in what I know. I solve for my B. Now I have 650. Now I have the two things that I need in order to get my equation written out. Okay. So I've got that Y is equal to 75X plus 650. Okay. Now the question is, when Olivia turns 18, how much money will be in her savings account? So we're going to put 18 in for X. So the amount of money she has is 75 times 18 plus 650. So 75 times 18 plus 650, Olivia will have $2,000 when she heads off to school. Good times. Let's take a look at another one. Okay. You borrow $50 from your brother and you pay him back $5 per week. Determine the amount of money you still owe after 5 weeks. Okay, so you borrow $50. That's how much you begin owing him. You pay him back $5. So it's going to be -5 is going to be your rate of change because you owe him $5 less per week. So you're going to be subtracting $5 each week. So the money I owe my brother is -$5 times W weeks plus 50. So for each week I pay him, I'm subtracting $5 and I start with 50. Okay. Each time I'm trying to write an equation in slope-intercept form, I need to know my M and my B. What's my rate of change and what's my beginning, okay? So with this next one, write an equation of a line with a slope of -1 and a y-intercept of -4. So y equals -1x minus 4. I want to know my y or my M. I need to know my B. All right, the cost of renting a moving van for a 26-mile trip is $62.50. If I rent the same van and drive 38 miles, it's $65.50. So we need to write an equation to model this situation, okay? Well, I need to know my rate of change and my beginning. And I don't know either. So what I need to do is start by finding my slope. So I have 26 miles is $62.50 and 38 miles is $65.50. Right? I'm going to find my rate of change. $65.50 minus $62.50 over 38 minus 26. So I've got $3 for 12 miles. Okay. So if I put that as a unit rate, it's going to be 25 cents per mile. So my slope is 25 cents. Now I need to solve for my B. What is the cost to rent that truck to drive it off the parking lot? And then I have to pay 25 cents per mile. So if that's the case, I'm going to take one of my X's, one of my Y's, and my M and solve for B. So $62.50 is equal to 0.25 times 26 plus B. So 0.25 times 26 is $6.50. So $62.50 equals $6.50 plus B. So my B is going to be $56. So I'm going to shrink this up a little bit. So Y equals 25 cents per mile plus $56. Yeah. See another case where we have to find our slope. We're going to use that slope formula again, and it's going to keep coming back. Okay. Write an equation for the line in the graph. All right. So I need to know my M and I need to know my B. Look, they tell me my M. Sweet. So my M is -2. And then my B is where it crosses the y-axis. You know what? That's pretty sweet too. It's right on -2. So y equals -2x minus 2. There we go. All right. 2 more and then we're Going to work on the 7-7 worksheet. So here we go. The sea level, the speed of sound is linearly related to the air temperature. So if it's 35 degrees, the rate travels at 352 meters per second. But if it's 15 degrees, the rate goes down. So the colder it is, the slower the sound waves are going to move. Okay? So we have to write an equation. I need to know the rate of change, and I need to know the beginning. Okay? So at 35 degrees, my rate is 352. And at 15 degrees, my rate is at 340. So I need to find my M first. I got a per degree, how does the rate change? So 340 minus 352 over 15 minus 35, negative 12 over negative 20 is 3/5. So my rate of change is 3/5. And now I have to figure out my beginning amount. All right, here we go. Now my beginning amount. So I'm going to take 352 is equal to 3/5 times 35 plus B. I'm solving for B. I substitute in my X, my Y, and my M, and here we go. So 3/5 times 35 is 21. So 352 is equal to 21 plus B. You can type that into your calculator. That's fine. Subtract 21. B is 331. So again, what do I need to do to find my rate of change and my starting amount? So my equation is Y equals 3/5 X plus 331. There we go. Last one. Write an equation of the graph. I need to know my slope and my y-intercept. Okay. So my slope, I'm going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Yep, back 6. So my slope is rise 5, run back 6. And I can't tell where it crosses the y-axis. It's not super clear, so I need to solve for it. So this ordered pair right here is -4, 1. So I need to solve for it. 1 equals -5, 6 times X plus B. 1 equals 10/3 plus B. I'll subtract 10/3. And I do a lot of this on my calculator, or I've done it before, so I just remember. So feel free to use your calculator. So 1 minus 3 1/3 is -2, and 2/3 is B. So Y equals -5, 6X minus 2 2/3. All right, that was a lot. Thanks for hanging in there, and I will chat with you all soon. Take care, mathematicians. Bye-bye.